your pencils. Collect
Grab
anything.
anything you call art supplies.
It's time for
Art Smackdown.
the show that treats art as a competitive sport, just like God intended. Wow, Slaney, how was your weekend?
What weekend, Phil?
I'm talking about this last weekend that we had 2 days ago, yesterday.
Talking about our 12-hour marathon fundraiser on Saturday?
Was there any other? Seriously, fucking was there?
There might have been.
Yeah. Well, anyway, I don't think they raised upwards of $750 for PBS and Movement for Black Lives like we did.
Wait, say that number again, Phil. How much did we raise for charity?
I believe upwards of $750. Maybe more, maybe less. I don't know. Don't quote me. I should have looked at
that. I believe that is accurate. That number, I believe, is accurate.
Yeah.
I believe that number is accurate.
Let's all believe.
Let's believe that the world is full of good people, and they good people watch Art Smackdown. We couldn't have done this without you guys. And thank you so much for support and for showing up and making the show what it is.
I know the world is full of good people because we have two of them right here.
Yeah,
that's right.
We've got
no, Josh. It's you. It's you, Josh. It's you and Liz.
Oh. I was ready to accept all compliments, and Josh was like, "Who the fuck are you talking about?"
What the fuck are you saying? Oh my gosh! Thank you so much for letting us come on.
Yeah.
This is your problem now, and I hope you are willing to deal with consequences.
Well,
if by this you mean your child, then we've got a lot to talk about.
Yeah.
He'll be around at some point. Like, who knows? Also, Phil, I want to say also that it was really classy of you to donate. You matched that $750 charity to that charity known for, I think it was called Jet Skis for Hobos. Where you give hobos jet skis.
Phil,
yes, sir, that is something that I could never do.
That's almost one jet ski.
That's almost one jet ski.
Well, the thing about it is that this takes place in a landlocked part of the country, so really it's just a status thing. It's for them to have in their hovel where people can see they have a jet ski and think, hey, that guy has got some taste.
I didn't want to say anything, but when that hobo just started dry accelerating in the middle of the street, you yelled at him in the worst way possible. I didn't want to say anything.
That's like the biggest. That's Phil's biggest pet peeve. I don't know. People don't really know that.
Dry acceleration.
Dry acceleration.
Dry acceleration is. You don't know what kind of accidents can happen, big and small.
I'll have to say,
dry acceleration.
If you I've dry accelerated a couple times, and I started to go blind.
You ever dry accelerate in jeans?
Yeah,
it's a little hurts.
What are we talking about?
Get some scabs that way. Thank you guys for coming. Is
this taking a turn?
Oh, it took a turn at 9:55. This has been.
Yeah, it took a turn at grab your pens.
Yes.
Grabbed our pens at a weird angle, and here we are today.
Happy Valentine's Day, everybody.
Valentine's Day.
Let's talk more about dry acceleration.
Phil, I wanted to tell you this. Every single time I see your back set up, it looks like Frank from Blue Velvet's going to come in, and Dean Stockwell's going to start singing something out of a.
I want them to. I'm trying to summon them, Josh. I'm trying to summon them every night to come in here.
I just try to summon. Try to summon Dennis Hopper from Super Mario Brothers.
That seems like the safest choice.
It does.
He's pretty, as they say, lugubrious in that movie.
Wow.
Lugubrious?
I don't know if that's even a thing.
Goopy.
Goopy.
No, it's a totally prominent word.
He's pretty goopy. He's got the goop on his hands. That's pretty cool.
He's goopy.
Cool. So you guys do Bloody Date Night. That's a podcast that involves you guys watching horror movies and talking about it. Tell us a little bit about the show.
The show, the show is about 7 or 8 years old, I think, by now.
Oh
Maybe
God,
that's probably that old. But basically, each episode Liz doesn't like horror movies, or she's not as familiar with horror movies as I
I feel
am.
like 7 years in, it's kind of bad to say like I don't like them,
Yeah.
but I really don't.
But
It's
she-
not my
but,
genre.
like,
I've
so-
never watched it.
Like something like so every episode I show her a new horror movie, and we sit down and we talk about it. We have like a little date night, and we talk. We have like maybe a drink or something, and we talk about the movie we just saw. So and the movie we just watched was Valentine from 2000 with David Boreanaz and Keith Richards.
Yeah.
That was
Don't do
weird-
it. It's
Is
a
it
weird.
not good?
It's weird.
No,
it's
it's a
so
weird movie.
weird.
How does it feel, Josh? You can answer this one for me. Does
Okay.
it feel like a 2000 or a 90s director is trying to adapt a giallo in that movie?
You know what? You know what's so funny is that
Well, you
it's
know,
so, yeah,
Phil, I don't know what you're talking about, but yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Liz, did it seem like the movie was bad?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, okay.
I would
Well,
say
maybe
they
that's- Yeah.
But I would agree that the
Long way
Giallo
around.
assessment that you made Phil, is quite a-
Giallo.
is
I don't even know what
quite
that
astute.
is. Who is that?
Don't worry.
It's
we'll get to it.
it's a famous dance.
It's a type,
No,
it's a type of Italian cinema.
it's
Is
a
it-
genre. It's like a subgenre
Like, yeah.
of Italian
Italian cinema.
horror.
Oh, it's not a person?
slasher.
No, that would
No,
be
it's
cool if
ba-
it was named somebody named
Like,
Giallo.
is it like
Yo,
Giallo?
Have you heard the
Yeah,
latest
Giallo
giallo?
Biafra.
Giallo Biafra? I love it.
The new Jello dropped today.
Like
But
a
I don't
Giallo-
even know the song.
Giallo could be anything. I don't know what that means, but
This
sure.
is Holiday in Cambodia. It's yeah, I mean, so we've been doing this for about 7 or 8 years now, and I think each episode is always different just because we always have a new thing that we tackle, and we go into franchises like Texas Chainsaw, Halloween, Nightmare on Elm Street, and it's always good to see Liz's reactions to it because it's
Yeah.
like she goes through this whole like first person.
it's
like-
kind of like, because it's a genre that I completely avoided for like my entire life. And then I started dating, and spoiler, got married to someone who's like, this is so much of their childhood and so much of their growing up. And so I always say that it's kind of about like, even if you aren't super into horror movies, it's about like what happens when you're really passionate about something and you introduce it to somebody that you love. It's like when you give the person you love the thing you love, and you're like, love this
Like
thing,
this thing.
and you like don't know how it's gonna go. It's just that over and over.
Can you
no,
imagine, like when she
We're
watched Texas
supportive.
Chainsaw? Did you like Texas Chainsaw?
No, I think
Yeah,
it's
she hated
awful.
Texas Chainsaw, and I love. I
Yeah.
think Chainsaw is one of the
well,
best.
Texas
movies.
Chainsaw Massacre is an excellent movie, but the thing you can only see it once if you aren't like us,
Right.
like Dan.
That's true.
Yeah.
That is
Damn
true.
it.
It's
yeah,
hard to be a
it's-
woman watching
it's
horror.
Yeah.
It's very difficult to sit through. It's almost
Yeah.
harder to sit through a second time. I have found.
Yeah.
Really?
That and Eraserhead, I
For
feel
me,
like are two
yeah.
movies that
Yeah.
I have to take breaks, like year-long breaks. There's some
Okay,
movies
well-
I'll watch anytime, but
David Lynch is always like somebody I feel like I can't because I always feel like I have to rewatch him at least 3 or 4
Would
times.
you
Even
fall
though
asleep during days?
I fall asleep during David Lynch movies all the time.
Mm,
Like
Oh,
I
yeah.
finally just finished Fire Walk with Me.
slow.
Oh
Yeah,
oh wow,
it's-
it's a great one. 30
Yeah.
years old
man,
today.
30, yeah,
That's
and
fucking crazy.
it was and it's good. It's just I fell asleep like 6 times trying to watch it. And I finally,
Now,
finished it.
Liz, does he do something? Does he do anything for you that's like a cultural exchange that you like offer him to love?
Well,
It-
yes. So the month of my birth, April, I pick movies that Josh has never seen. It started off doing like sort of rom-coms, but I'm not even like a super rom-com-y sort of person. So we've gone with a lot of like very classic MGM that Josh has never
Ooh,
seen. We went into like the Marilyn Monroe, the Audrey Hepburn. Though recently I went with one of Josh's like cultural blind spots, I would say, which is that 90s 2000 teen movie.
Ooh.
So we did like Josie and the Pussycat, Spice World.
Spice World.
Can't hardly
Um,
wait.
So-
Can't
I've seen
You've seen Can't Hardly Wait. I love.
Yeah, I'm not a
God,
savage.
what a great one.
Wait, so you're saying that for only 1 month out of the year you get to choose the movies? Is
For the
April
podcast.
like your Rumspringer, your movie Rumspringer every year?
I'm always just like, oh my god, I gotta file stuff away.
Yeah.
I like
You
plan
need
it so
to,
far in advance. No, I do
your child will decide the movies.
Oh my God.
exactly. I know Josh sometimes says, he's like, oh, we're gonna watch, what was it the other day? You put on something, and I was like, he's a baby. He doesn't care about this movie.
Oh, I think it was like Tommy Boy or something. It was some like, I was like, oh my God, I haven't seen this in so long. Jack's gonna watch this with me, and you're like,
He's
he
not gonna
doesn't
watch
care.
We barely got to watch Muppet Takes Manhattan
Yeah.
a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
I put that on, and he was very into like the rats taking over the diner, which is of course my favorite part of that movie. But otherwise, like he doesn't have the patience for a movie yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair. That's fair.
We should probably get into the self-expression challenge.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Hard on.
So to give people some context, because there are, I'm sure, some people in the audience. There's certainly one of the artists who has not been on the show before, has not seen it. Just to give a little bit of a
Doesn't know where he is.
Doesn't know where he is. So this is Art Smackdown. Art Smackdown is a comedy game show where we pit 3 artists against each other for total art domination. At the end of the evening, one will be crowned best artist in the world. First, we give them a self-expression challenge. It's just a warm-up. There's no stakes on this one. It's just to sort of get the juices flowing. It'll be 3 minutes long, and after we give the challenge, they'll have 3 minutes to complete it, and then we'll bring them in one by one so that they can show their art off to our judges. And the judges, along with us 3 hosts, are going to tell them what we love about their art, and then we'll send them back into the ether, and then we will give them a 20-minute masterpiece challenge, which is the big art challenge that at the end of it, one will be crowned best artist in the world. So
Best artist in the world.
best artist in the world. You heard correct.
Nice.
So to start off, this is the self-expression challenge. This commission has been given by Buddy Date Night themselves, and everyone get your art supplies ready. Those of you in the chat, you can art along as well. It is Love is Blind. Love is Blind. You have 3 minutes.
3 minutes.
Go.
Wow. Good one.
Go
Good
for
one.
it.
Good one. So explain yourselves.
Oh God.
What?
What are you, my father?
No.
But it left, there was a lot to interpret with that.
Yeah.
With Love
That's
is
true.
Blind.
Yeah, it's a
There's
good
a lot of room to play.
I love that.
I always feel like, well, because I feel personally that there are some moments where I'm just like, Liz can attest to this. I have a big I always have crushes on lesbians. Like I always have big crushes on lesbians. So
This is true.
I'll be like, oh man, she's really pretty, and Liz will be like, that's a lesbian. I was like, again? So Amber L for a while. Well, I don't think she's a lesbian. I think she's bi.
I think she's bi. I
But-
believe she's married a man now.
But
so.
but I was seriously into her for a long time. And Liz was like, she's dating a woman. I was like, man, that sucks. And then she married a man. I was like, sweet.
There's your chance.
There's my chance.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I always feel like I wear my heart on my sleeve sometimes.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's true.
Yeah. This is like, oh, you like Volcano Girls too? Cool.
Volcano
I'm gonna go to
Girls?
Lilith. Yeah, I'm gonna go to Lilith Fair too. I'll go with you. We'll meet at Lilith Fair. We'll hang out. We'll have a date at Lilith Fair.
What are you calling it?
Lilith Fair.
Okay.
What'd you think I called it?
Little Fair.
Little Fair. That's
Yeah.
different.
A little fair is down the road. Yeah.
Very small people.
Hey, welcome to Little Fair.
Honestly, that does sound like a venue somewhere. That sounds like an immersive venue.
Little Fair on a fox.
Get your tickets for Lilith Fair. Come to Lilith Fair.
The event organizer is a squirrel.
Our littlest squirrel.
There was so much squirrel iconography this weekend.
The
during
Porta
the
Johns
Smack
are
Fun.
walnut shells.
What is Liz? What's your favorite movie that he's shown you so far?
Oh yes. Good question.
Let's
big
see. I really like Scream, like the original
Oh.
Scream. That's a good one. And
Had you seen it before he showed it to you?
no,
Interesting.
30
I haven't
seconds.
seen any of the movies we've watched on the show.
Yeah, that's the compromise. We don't show
I-
anything that she's seen before.
Yeah.
That's cool though.
Yeah, no, I had never seen it. But I was like aware of it. Like a lot of these movies I know I've heard or something. And Scream was like, I know the people who were in it. I kind of knew like Drew Barrymore was involved. Like that's kind of where my knowledge ended. But it's such a good combo of like a horror movie and a teen movie in that era where I
Art
was
supplies down. Sorry to interrupt.
How dare you? That's my wife.
I'm sorry. You're right. You're so right. I'm sorry. I apologize.
Get the little cleaver.
I'm gonna go.
Get the little cleaver.
Oh, that's great.
This is that's the those of you in the audience who arted along, send your and yeah, actually all artists send your a picture of your art to fartsmackdown@gmail.com. That's fartsmackdown with an F. Why
is that way that it is?
Why are you the way that you are?
Why are you?
Because the email address of artsmackdown@gmail.com already existed in its original form. Because
we said that so many times on Saturday
I
that
know.
it no longer, like, the language no longer has any meaning when I have to spit it out. But you haven't stopped working. Listeners and watchers, Mark hasn't stopped working since Saturday.
Nice.
He's continued. Yeah, we clap for people who work in America. We don't offer them actual support or change or means of solving this problem, but we like to support you.
We just
So
shout
we're all
at
gonna
them
sing
and bang
for you.
pots and pans from our window.
Yeah.
Woo!
Yeah.
That was my wife.
That's
my wife was shouting and banging pots and pans at me from the window angrily. She actually did not want me to enter the house. That was her way of trying to rid me of her forever.
Like you're in a Beetle Bailey cartoon?
I'm in the Beetle Bailey cartoon.
Or no,
It was like me swinging the frying pan, which I did today. Not at Josh, but I just like swung the frying pan really hard, and that
You took out a you
took a chunk off the stove.
she chipped the stove.
Oh my god!
Gosh, never a dull moment.
You chipped the
I know.
stove?
Yeah, there's like there chipped some paint on the stove, so it she's just a Hulkamaniac.
Wild.
It's all those movies you've been watching.
It is.
Yeah.
All that rage.
All that Toby Hooper is rubbing off.
Yeah.
Oh man, I think Liz has seen more Toby Hooper movies than anyone alive has seen any other Toby Hooper movies. I think she's seen more Toby Hooper movies than Toby Hooper has seen his own movies. And the man's dead.
I feel like once you die, you have unlimited knowledge of everything that's in.
I can't wait to show her Life Force.
Dude, you got to get to Life Force. Life Force
Force
would be
is
great.
What a terrible title.
It's
Not. And hey, if you think just that's terrible, we got nowhere to go but up. And I mean that in the nicest way. Mark, how are we looking with the art?
Great. We have it from all three artists on the stream. So whoever you want to see first,
Can I just say love is a life source?
Very nice.
You're right.
It's very nice. Very sweet.
Nothing but love today. We're gonna find all the opportunities to mention hearts and love and Valentine's.
Heart raising, smack-a-thart.
Yeah, smack-a-thart.
Farts and prayers.
Farts and prayers? Is that what you said?
Art, thoughts, and art. Hearts and
Farts and prayers?
Farts and prayers. Farts and prayers. Slady, who do you want to go first?
Oh, okay. I was like, who's choosing? Let's bring on our at-home challenger, our at-home audience champion.
Yeah.
Champion. Sorry,
Audience.
I mixed two together.
Right. Lazy Swan.
All right. Let's see.
Hello.
Let's see this one.
What's up, Lazy Swan? Thank you for joining us this weekend, and thank you for coming back on Monday.
And thank you for donating
course.
not only your art and your time, but additional money as well.
That weird amount. I put in 50, but it came through as like 49.76.
Yes.
Well,
Like it totally
exchange.
wrecked the nice round number. I was
Because
Who's-
Mark's
yeah.
doing a scheme right now.
I was like,
He's
who's
shaving
skin
off
those
like a penny.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What's
yeah,
it
yeah,
called
yeah,
when
yeah,
you-
just like a Superman too.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like
Gouging.
Yeah.
Gouging.
It only taught us that how far our dollar goes in Australia.
Yeah. Hey, did you know that credit scores are only exist in America?
Oh yeah,
Is
'cause
it
we
true?
invented that.
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
We do
Isn't it?
have something like it. We have something.
Oh, this is great.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, this
That's
is love this.
Oh, it's so cute.
Yeah, it's pretty obvious. But anyway, I'm
Yeah.
very tired, so
It's
I
okay.
like how
like-
sparkly it is. How do you do that? See, I don't know.
It's a filter.
I know, but I love it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, it's so good.
you know what I also like is that the heart wore shoes. I think that's nice.
Is he
Yeah.
supposed to be Ray Charles?
No, I actually like wanted him to have like Mickey Mouse hands and shoes. So,
Oh.
Oh
but then I picked up the wrong pen and the color, and I was just like, oh, whatever.
Oh.
But the thing is, I've got the whole cane thing on my mind because do you guys have Kmart in?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So I don't know how good, bad. Anyway, ours has kind of come up a bit, but in their store yesterday, they had a site. It was called a site challenge, like a Ken doll, but it was a site challenge Ken doll. And he had like sort of like just some shades on, but not really dark. And then he had the stick, and I'm a little bit obsessed with it. So
Wow.
Oh.
Wow.
not in a good way. They had all challenge dolls.
Huh.
I don't know. I've only ever seen like Skipper in a wheelchair, but I want to.
Oh no. They had like a deaf guy. They
Yeah.
had
Skipper
a
in a wheelchair.
Wait, who the hell is Skipper?
Barbie's cousin.
What?
Oh, I thought
Yeah.
you meant like a boat
Barbie's
skipper.
cousin.
Yeah.
Like Gilligan's
Sorry, I thought you
Island?
meant
No,
like a boat-
Skipper's
yeah.
her sister. I think
Um,
Skipper's her sister. Midge is her cousin.
Midge is the cousin.
Okay.
Okay.
Skipper is her sister, her little sister.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
So
There's more to
when they released the X-Men movie in 2000, they made a Patrick Stewart Professor Xavier figure, and he came in a wheelchair. But when you tried to stand him up, you couldn't because they made his legs loose.
Oh. Oh no.
Bill, do you own that? Do you own this toy?
Yes,
Where is it?
Right.
I don't have him anymore, but
Go get it.
Go-
I don't
It's
know.
kind of empty.
I'm not going all the way to New
We
Jersey.
know
right
you
now.
have it, Phil. Come
I
on.
have it here.
They even had
Reminds
like a
me of-
titanium leg doll
Yeah.
yesterday.
What?
They had
A
a
titanium
titanium
leg?
leg dog,
Nice.
a doll with a
Whoa.
Titanium.
leg.
Made a
Have you
same
ever
thing
seen
made of the
those,
spaceship.
Magic legs.
Magic legs. Look, they're
Anyway,
nice.
that is boring. I'm sorry. My conversation's so boring tonight. I'm really
Not
sorry.
boring.
No.
We just learned that in Australia, Kmart isn't is healthy and trying to teach people lessons about
Yeah, not so
yeah.
much here.
Not so much
Yeah,
here.
no,
at
here-
all.
Yeah.
Kmart's are
No,
having a
Kmart
hard
is-
time.
Yeah, if anything,
Oh,
they're teaching
really?
the lesson of don't trust anybody.
Yeah.
No, our Kmart kind of, they got like this, general manager who just turned it around and is very good at ripping off designers, which is shit. But and that company also owns our Target, which is not owned by your Target. But
Oh,
That's
we
pretty
also have
interesting.
Target.
Mhm.
It's boring. I'm sorry. God.
No,
shit.
this is great.
I am a
this is fun stuff to learn
snoozer.
about.
What a snooze. Shit.
No.
Oh,
Believe in yourself, because that's what you're going to need to do if you want
Be
to
the
become the
challenge.
greatest artist in the
Yeah.
world.
But you got a good start. I love
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
I think it's really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what medium are you going to be working with tonight?
no idea. I've got everything out
Amazing.
behind me. And that's why, I don't know. There's the thing from the weekend. I still got to finish that. That's fine.
Whatever inspires you.
Yeah.
It was so wonderful.
Yeah, I'm so boring, guys. I'm so sorry.
Stop it.
No.
I
No.
love having you
Yeah.
on the stream.
No.
And
Normally I
don't-
have to like
wrong
remind
way.
myself to stop talking.
Yeah.
Stop
Yeah.
it.
Don't take this the wrong way, but we're gonna let you go.
We're gonna let you go. Wake
No,
up,
that's good. I
Madge.
can't.
Wake up, Madge.
Exactly.
Huh? It's not that so cool, huh?
We'll bring you back
Yeah,
in
it's
a
fair.
little bit.
There. See ya.
All right.
See a bit.
All right. What a,
Um,
that was a callback that I don't think, Phil, you ever expected to be able to bring
No,
back.
I didn't.
Oh, that was so good.
Was that from the
It was during the
marathon?
telethon. I was starting to fall asleep. She caught me like twice trying to fall asleep. Not trying to fall asleep. I was trying to stay awake, but my eyes were just kind of
yeah,
like,
his eyes were just like this.
it was like the 10:30 hour. Yeah.
It's okay, rest your eyes.
You know what's so is there are pictures I have of Phil in public places like parties and stuff where he has fallen asleep with like just people standing around, and it's great.
I have pictures. I have
Like a
pictures
big-
when Nick Carrillo, Langston Belton, and I and BJ had and Colin had a podcast called Nerds on the
Was that the
Influence.
Geeks Who Drink or the
Yeah,
Nerds Under the
Nerds on the
Influence?
Influence. There were a few that we recorded at the pit, like after shows were done. So like or during a festival, and I have multiple pictures of Nick Carrillo asleep mid podcast.
He's much better at having like perfect posture while asleep in public than I am.
I just wish I
become a
can't fall
potato.
asleep sitting up. I wish I could. Me.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
I just saw
It's a
Nick
skill.
Carrillo on a commercial.
Really?
Well, what commercial?
It was for
NyQuil?
Jail.
Was it for
It was
NyQuil?
called Tick Pick.
Dick pic?
Dick
No,
pic.
that's the whole joke. That's the whole
The
joke.
whole joke
though.
was dick pic?
You keep talking. We can't hear.
Well, it's called Tick Pick, like tickets.
Pictures
Oh.
of tickets.
Like a way to find tickets last minute.
Oh.
They called it Tick Pick. So anyway, there's a joke about it that you guys landed on, obviously.
Okay.
Mm.
Mm.
Yeah, we're kind of people.
Hey, let's bring in someone who knows Nick.
Yeah.
Our Challenger.
Asher
Rogers.
Hey, it's me. Yeah, I saw Nick in that dick pic commercial too.
Oh yeah.
It's the stop sending dick pics. It's like a hashtag against sending dick pics, and he's playing the guy who sent it, and he was wrong.
Is that really it?
No,
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
I wish that would be great.
Oh my
That'd be
god.
amazing.
It'd be a
I
very
would
bad
love
role to
nothing
take.
more than for Nick to become to
Right, it's on
that
His resume.
The part I was born to play.
Oh, that's great.
It's
It'll
not.
Probably
It's
be me.
not.
I'll probably
He's-
book that.
Yeah. Oh, I have your.
How are you, Asher? Thanks for coming out to the stream.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah. Asher is an artist from New York.
Yep.
Asher was actually integral to creating the Bob Ross challenge originally, which was the
Yeah.
why isn't this showing up? But yeah, this show would not exist without the Bob Ross challenge, and the Bob Ross challenge would not exist without Asher Rogers. So
Whoa,
There
and
we go.
therefore
this image is not imported.
Did I send a shit style image?
No, well, I don't know.
Mm.
Let me see.
Hold on, let me see if I sent something weird.
I will say that Asher also has a pilot that he did. Illegal.
Yes. I love
Sorry,
that.
say it
True.
again.
Really, it's really funny. It's got a lot of our friends in it, and it's fucking and everybody should go check it out. It's really fun.
Thanks, I appreciate that.
Yeah, it's called Illegal Alan. It's on YouTube. It's free to watch. It's a whole ass pilot, and
Yeah.
I think you guys would really get a kick out of it. Let's
Really
put the
fun.
link in the chat. I'll do it. Hang on.
Yeah.
Hell yeah! I resent the image as a different file
Oh,
style. Like this.
yeah, because I don't have a Mac, and I think that's what would
It saved it as something called a HEIC. I don't know what that is.
yeah, that's like a
A hike?
Yeah, what the hike?
dude.
It's a hike file.
God.
Do you have
Super Bowl's
a
over, guys.
whoa? Asher, do you have an iPhone?
Yes.
Yeah, sometimes they process them as that type of file, which is weird.
Uh,
But here we go.
Oh yeah.
work.
Bangerang.
Yes, it will solve.
Just all this work for just a swipe
squiggle.
of a crayon.
Mhm.
There we
A
go.
quick squiggle.
Oh,
There we go.
Oh my god.
Is that Carl Winslow?
That was the intent.
Reginald
Oh,
Bell Johnson?
Yeah.
I love it,
Reginald
but
Bell
why?
Johnson. There it is.
Wow.
That's
It's
amazing.
good.
That's an excellent,
It's really great.
excellent picture. It's
Is
a
this
great-
is this wait, is this Reginald Bell Johnson from Die Hard or Reginald
Yes.
Bell Johnson from Family
It's
Guy?
That's
the
a
same
good
character.
question.
Yeah.
It's a good. Yeah.
Same
It's
character.
definitely Urkel time.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's not a Christmas picture.
It's not. No. Like, I mean, you could double, I guess, but the truth is, it's not a Christmas pick.
Truly, like the philosophy of actual Die Hard is like it's not, but it is.
Right.
He
Well,
looks-
then maybe I'm wrong.
He looks sneaky. He looks like he's got a secret.
Yeah. That secret is he's in love
He's in love.
Oh,
with Steve Urkel.
Mhm.
Urkel.
oh bless his heart.
Because he knows that behind that nerdy exterior is Stefan.
Oh yes.
Right?
Ooh.
I mean, look at that little smirk. Look at that little sideways glance. Like he's
He
something
knows
about-
something.
That's a
Didn't
flirty
Stefan-
Reginald Bell Johnson.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Well, this is about love, right? So it's maybe he's looking at his wife who doesn't hate him at that moment.
Right.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I mean,
At
didn't
that moment.
Stefan
If it's the
feature
end of the
that
episode.
line?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Freeze
I
frame.
love this.
Credits roll.
Mhm.
So what medium are you working on? What using markers here or pens or what's going on?
It's like I just have like weird supplies because I run out and then I never rebuy them. But it was like just markers and random stuff. Watercolor paper doesn't really help, but yeah, just random stuff I had left laying up. We'll see if
Nice.
20 minutes makes it a little stronger.
That's
Nice.
cool.
Well,
That's
that was
cool.
a great piece.
Yeah.
Very
Yeah,
impressive.
What's
It was
what do
scary to
you-
work that quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to make choices quickly. Like you have to just stick with it, and it's.
Mhm.
You look like you acquitted yourself well enough. This is like 3 minutes. We know exactly who this guy is.
hmm
Luckily, I wasn't sure if that was going to be detectable at all. Actually,
Oh, absolutely. I mean, the minute he came on, we're all like, "Yep, that's Carl Winslow."
okay,
Yeah.
good.
Really.
Yeah. So what's your strategy going into this?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get to mix a bunch of weird things. I think I'm gonna mix a bunch of because I have a bunch of weird things like paint pens, highlighters, maybe some watercolor, maybe some glitter. I don't know. Something's gonna happen.
Hell yeah.
I love
Let's get weird.
Yeah.
Yes.
Also, I shouldn't have sold it that hard because that it might suck now.
Yeah, we're waiting for the glitter.
I'm ready for the glitter.
Yeah. What's your what's your favorite horror movie that no one else likes? You're a person who likes movies as well.
I watch movies. I've watched a movie. I don't love horror, but I do. I like movies that some people go like, I don't like that. Like District 9 is one of my favorite movies. Some people think that's like I think it's like a rad movie. Some people go it's like sci-fi or an alien, but I just think it's rad. It's like Jurassic Park level rad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do like District 9. I like the way the camera moves.
Yeah,
Feels like you're-
D9. I'm
you're in
loving
there.
it, but I don't like love alien movies. I just
Yeah.
love D9.
Yeah.
Right.
There's probably a horror movie that I do love, or is like Prisoners considered a horror movie?
Guess so.
Depends.
Prisoners?
I guess.
Oh,
Pretty
good.
pretty intense.
That's a,
really
that's a Denny.
intense.
I guess it's like a mist or I don't know.
Yeah,
Maybe it's not a horror.
Also, whatever movie that you're in where you play a hacker that has like 5,000 keyboards? What is that from? By the way, I saw a clip of this on you.
Wait, my Matrix movie?
I was scrolling on Instagram and I saw a clip of you doing a Matrix movie.
Fake hacking, yeah. That's just me in my room making fun of the Matrix.
It was amazing. I couldn't stop laughing because it's like every shot you had a different keyboard and a different
Yeah.
position of the keyboard.
Like I said, my life is just kind of picking up junk and not letting it go. So at any given time, there is like 3 computers around me that don't really work. So I use those as props. They're just like hard drives, basically.
Nice.
That's my life, yeah.
It's the junk man.
Well, hey, thanks for letting us see into your life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
Sorry.
look forward to seeing
My
what you
world.
got,
Yeah.
after the 20-minute challenge.
Yeah. Seen a bit.
Yeah.
Excellent. All right, is
All right.
everybody ready?
Ready for the greatest artist in the world, Carl Sketches!
Hold on.
You've got
There
real
it
kind
is.
Kara Sketches. You've got some Laura Palmer vibes, but like
Oh yeah.
season 3 Black Latch Laura Palmer with the shorter hair and the glowy face.
Thank you.
Yeah, that was a compliment. Yes. Let's see what you got.
Oh yeah, that's on me.
Oh, that's fine.
And there we go. This.
Oh wow.
Aw.
So at first glance, when it was big, I thought that this was going to be an elephant.
Oh, really?
It's not an elephant.
No.
All
It
right.
does look more like
Like
an
the
elephant.
ears,
yeah,
yeah.
with some big
I
heart
like-
ears.
Like Dumbo.
Oh wow.
I was going for the like Looney Tunes Aruga.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
when the mouth drops open and the tongue's a carpet and the whole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not great at cartoons, so it came across a little weird. But the idea was there.
I like how you have the
Great.
eyelashes on the heart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cute.
I love the eyebrows over the eyes too. Like the anatomy of this is really tight, especially the teeth.
Yeah,
Like
I was about to
it's-
say I dig the funky teeth.
Yeah. I love it.
Very cool.
Oh, what a great idea. You can't see because I got hearts for eyes.
Exactly. Yeah.
Right.
Or are they
It's a-
giant heart-shaped eyes?
He's too
It's a
busy
real
being
medical
creepy to see the actual person.
Yeah, all he sees is love.
Mm.
That's
Poor
awesome.
guy.
So much.
Very
Love
cute.
it so much.
I want to know what he's looking at. Like, what are they looking at? What's making them like have the hearts come out of their eyes? You know?
because they felt they had got a crush on a lesbian.
Yeah.
And Burrell.
Oh, it's Amberelle, yeah.
Burrell.
And bro, yeah.
I didn't actually have a gender in mind when I drew this too, so it could,
Oh,
be, it could be
They got a
anybody.
crush. Yeah.
Could be food.
Gender is fluid.
Could be.
It could be food.
Yeah, whatever that editing
is food.
technique is. Could be a baby. Could be food.
Mhm.
Could be another person. Or they have a serious problem with both sets of testicles, according to Schwarzenberg.
This was me looking at all the Mexican food restaurants in LA this weekend. when I was traveling there.
Yo, which one, did you do any trucks?
No, unfortunately, we didn't
All
have
right.
time.
Next time you go back, I will give you a list of trucks that you have to go to
Nice.
because there's some killer trucks out.
That sounds so sketchy, but I know the food is gonna be so good.
Yeah.
Dude,
Oh, man.
That's the best.
The food trucks
There's
in LA
a-
are next level.
Yeah.
Bill, didn't
Yeah,
you take me to like one in a like an abandoned parking lot or something? We got burritos or something.
Yeah. It was called Taco Zone. It was right next to the Vons. It was in
Right.
the McDonald's and like
Right.
kind of in Los Feliz, like Silver Lake, kind of
Yeah.
in that neighborhood. There you can get because they laid out all the condiments outside, which I'm sure they probably don't do now because
No, yeah. Well, I just remember one lone street light and everything else was. That's
it's
how-
a
that's
weird
how-
area, but it's not that weird because it's crowded with people who know
It
about
is-
taco
it-
trucks.
it
Yeah,
was
I feel
filled
like
with
that's
people,
the
but it's
place
just, like,
to
this
get the
one area.
best food.
Yeah.
Is the place
Yeah.
that like is a little scary.
There's
The
another
best
in the
tacos. The best tacos in our neighborhood, hands down, are at the gas station.
Yep.
Oh my god,
The
they're
gas
the best.
station across the street.
And we've done it. We've tried all of them, and the gas station tacos are the best.
Yep.
The best
That's-
burritos on your way to the mountain in Portland, Oregon, are at a gas station, the Sandy gas station. Breakfast
They just
burritos.
know. Yeah,
Are they
just
like
Yeah.
a separate kiosk or is it just from like directly from behind the counter?
It's like when you go into the gas station and they're, you know,
They share a
there's-
restaurant. with-
yeah.
with the-
I mean, restaurant is generous. It's just like a Subway sandwich counter, basically, that's inside the gas station.
but they do tacos.
But they do tacos.
Sweet.
Fucking A.
Oh man.
That's really cool.
I could go
They're
That's
so-
like upstate New York and jerky.
Yeah.
Weird how like artisanal the jerky gets the more north
Seriously,
you go
it's weird.
up the gas stations.
It's weird, but it's also
Uh,
like really good though.
It is, but it's also like, you know, I prefer breakfast burrito, guys.
I would
If you
too.
don't mind. Obviously.
I do mind. If
I do
Yeah.
like jerky though. So Kara,
Yeah.
you are probably the most decorated greatest artist in the world in Art Smackdown history. And do you have anything to say to your competitors, to the people who are challenging you tonight? You can-
I don't know, just have fun. Don't worry too much about anything.
Fierce
Am I
words
supposed to
from
give
the
advice or
champion.
am I supposed to be like you suck? I'm a win.
There he is. That's it. We just needed
Okay.
that clip, and we're gonna
I
cut
didn't
that
vote.
in the commercial. Yep. Thanks. Sorry. Okay.
Yeah, we'll see you in a bit, Kara.
Yeah. Thanks, Kara.
Right.
All right.
So we are at.
It is time.
It is time for the Masterpiece Challenge. Mark, I believe that you have the.
I've got it.
You've got it.
The Masterpiece Challenge is bad blood on a date.
Nice.
Bad blood
Bad-
on a
A
date.
Taylor
You
Swift.
have 20
You got
minutes.
20 minutes.
And of course, all of you in the chat, in the audience, can also art along.
Please do.
Please do.
So does anybody have like a bad date story, like the worst date you've ever been on?
I mean, I have
Like,
so
you have
many.
so many.
I have so
I
many.
have
A bad
one.
marriage that you.
No.
I have a bad date story.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Keep it to yourself.
I figued we were all just saying if we had one or not.
If we had bad dates.
Yeah.
Just
No,
Just
I had
still.
a bad date
Proverbial
story.
raids in my hand.
I was in Cairo with my my old professor's daughter, and we were looking for information on the Ark, and we had a monkey with us. Needless to say, she got kidnapped, and then he ate a bunch of poisoned dates. I was about to eat one, and then my friend, who I only see when I'm in the desert, was like, "Well, bad dates," and that was
Phil, I have a similar story. I have a similar idea. It's like me. I was dating this girl, and we were also in Egypt, and we were traveling through Egypt, and she was like, "We got to find this tomb," and I was like, "All right, well, let's go find this tomb," because she needed me because I was like an adventurer or some shit. And then we ended up opening this mummy's tomb, and then like all hell broke loose. I mean, it was a good date, but you know, is crazy.
That's
Does it
crazy.
end well?
I actually had a very similar story. I was looking for this necklace, and when I showed up, this girl that I was about to go on a date with, she had just finished a drinking contest.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then she slapped me across the face, and then these fucking guys came and set the whole bar on fire.
Oh, crazy,
Mm.
crazy.
that's my story.
I have a story. I was just minding my own business and went to a garden and drove with a Jeep and got chased by carpenter ants. And then I went and tried to take something out of a tomb, and aliens popped out.
Wow.
Mm.
Wow.
Wow.
It's all very foggy, so I couldn't remember
Yeah.
details really.
Well,
all
you
that
know what's actually even worse is that I remember like I was dating this girl once who actually had a necklace that whenever she wore it, she turned into a mannequin. And I was working at this department store, and it was crazy. I fell in love with her, and every time she took it off, she turned into a human girl. And then sometimes she'd have the necklace on, and then we would have sex with the thing on it. And then I got fired. I got fired because I had sex with all the mannequins.
I had a bad date one time where I went to this is real. This is real. I swear to God. I bought her pizza, and I parked in this really. This is real. This is not a movie.
Okay.
This is real. I parked in a really tight parking space around the corner of this building, and I was trying to get out and negotiate a turn, and I crunched the entire side of my car against the building. And then I backed up and I crunched it further. And she wouldn't stop laughing. And then I never saw her again. Oh no, I did see her again in India. She was performing. Well, no, I saw her in Japan first. She was performing at Club Obi-Wan.
Of course. Yeah.
And then we landed. I guess we crashed in Sri Lanka, but wound up somewhere in the Amazon or some. I don't know where we were because the geography was all fucked up on our map.
Do you still hang out with that little boy? That little dude who's like your wingman throughout
Frankie?
that whole day? Yeah, Frankie Z.
Long story.
Get that! Get around me!
No time for love, Dr. Cassell. That's a thing. See, if you were to remake Indiana Jones: The Temple of Doom and replace Short Round with Frankie Z, just for like Frankie Z today, like a 35-year-old man who is dressed like Short Round, and is just like,
I mean, this is only going to be funny to people who know who Frankie Z is, but there's been a long time where I've questioned Frankie Z's age, and I could never tell precisely how old he was. Because there are moments where I was like, I'm overshooting it by like 35, and I was like, no, I'm overshooting it. And I was like, maybe he's 26. And I was like, I don't know. I don't think he looks 26.
I'm gonna put him.
And I was like, maybe he's 15. Maybe we've been hanging out with a 15-year-old child.
No.
If someone had told me that the Frankie Z was 63, I would have believed it.
If somebody had told me that he was 12, I would have believed it. If somebody told me that he was 28, I would have believed it. I just there's like you can kind of have a suspension of disbelief.
What if he's a time traveler?
Maybe.
Very possible.
Yeah.
Nothing would surprise me less.
Yeah.
Like if it was like doing a quantum leap thing.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yes.
Guys, is Frankie Z Scott Bakula? Just like straight up.
I think
Yeah.
so.
And
They'll explain.
Oh boy.
It explains a lot.
it would.
Yeah.
It would explain a whole lot. Especially with Frankie Z.
That would be great.
I don't think I have a bad date story because all my dates have been awesome. Well, there was one date where I went on a vegan dinner with the girl once, and for some reason, like I didn't provoke this, but she kept on talking about diarrhea, and like I was like, this is not appropriate for dinner. And then later on that night, I got diarrhea.
Was she cursing you?
I don't know. I got like
She
it was
could have been
bad.
cursing you.
Wow.
Poisoning.
Might be. But seeing the future. Speaking of the future,
Slipped you an X-Lax?
maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes
I went on a date. I went on a date once with this guy, and he was really tall and skinny, and this was like, early 2000s, and so he had that little like curly Q mustache that a lot of the guys were doing at the time, and I remember he was like nice enough, and he took me out to dinner. He took me out for Italian. We were like sitting outside. It was really lovely, but every time I made a joke, he would go hee hee, and then I realized he looked like Wario, and then or not Wario, like Waluigi. And then I couldn't stop thinking about him as Waluigi, and so I couldn't go out with him again.
I thought this was about to take a turn to basically like to get back at us for just like.
Oh no!
coming up
That
with,
was
like
Oh,
pop
for the Indiana Jones thing.
Yeah.
No.
Indiana
No, that
Jones.
was.
Oh no,
Yeah.
Liz is not here to waste anyone's time.
Not like us. That's
One time,
that's hilarious.
Yeah. One time
But
I
he
went
had
on
a
a
really
date with a
terrible
girl
laugh,
who.
and that was the end of it.
Yeah.
So
That's
he what?
He had a really terrible laugh, and it made me think
Oh,
it's
yeah.
like, I could never go out with that again.
Bad laugh. Bad. There's a thing. I have a thing about. Yeah. It's like if you have a consistent laugh, that's like that. Yeah. Sure.
And I know that I have a very loud, obnoxious laugh. So I was
It's
like,
not
there's,
obnoxious.
but it's very loud.
It's loud, but you can tell. I like it because then I can tell when you're in shows,
Oh, that's nice.
and then when you're laughing.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
But like I couldn't date someone else who also has a really loud weird laugh. It would not be cute.
How did you?
Yeah,
How does the
Mhm.
you because Josh, I mean, I don't. He doesn't have a loud laugh, but he has a loud like
Everything.
persondom.
Just
Like, I don't know.
oh, that's fine. I was just like, I can date someone with a weird laugh.
That's true. That's
No,
true.
I always say that like I always thought that I was really extroverted until I met Josh, and I was like, Jesus Christ. But I think it's good. It's a good balance.
Yeah, honestly, I really that's what I enjoy about the two of you is that you actually kind of bring balance. You are kind of a yin yang. I mean, Josh is more of a yin yang, but
Yeah.
different
Yeah.
kind of yin yang.
I mean, it's always good to have not the opposite of what you are, but like there's a pot to every lid. That's what they say.
That's true.
The pot to
That's
every
true.
lid. Yeah. So, which is so weird because then like, I'll meet somebody who's like super tall and then they're like, oh, I'm dating this person and they're like super short. I'm like, well, what's the attraction? And it's just like, oh, they just make me laugh. I'm like, oh, it's perfect.
You don't
Okay.
think tall people can date short people?
I've been told that tall people can't date short people.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I've been told this. I've been rejected many a times
Oh.
because I am too short to date.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
Yeah, but that's okay. She's
That's
she's
what
dead.
Love is Blind.
Love is
Love is
blind.
blind.
now it's time
We're-
to
I haven't-
compromise your vision. The color wheel of compromise.
My friend's gonna be on Wheel of Fortune soon, and I'm so
Ziggy
excited.
Stardust.
Oh damn, dog.
Oh.
Ziggy Stardust.
That's cool.
Okay.
My friend Ziggy Stardust is gonna be on.
So wait, a friend of yours is going to be on Wheel of Fortune, Phil?
Yes, Brian Parks is gonna be on Wheel of Fortune.
Oh, cool.
Oh my
The
gosh.
world is gonna know what he sounds like, and I can't wait.
How does
I
it
just
sound?
want to spin that wheel.
He
I don't even.
he talks like this. He's a really tiny, like 90-pound man who talks like he's from the 1930s.
I
want to be away from here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's great.
Mhm.
Can't wait. Slaney, have you ever had a bad date?
No, not really.
No.
Really?
I also like don't really date all that much, so I've only had pleasant experiences.
That's good.
That's nice.
Yeah.
I had a bad date where I was in college and I took a girl to see Streetcar Named Desire at our theater school. That I was up for Stanley Kowalski. It was me and two other guys, and one of the other two other guys got it. So I was kind of bitter about it, and so I brought her to the show, and then I brought her to the cast party afterwards. And I worked with her at Potbelly's at the time, and I was just like really into her. And I brought her to this cast party, and within 2 minutes, the guy who played Stanley Kowalski in Streetcar comes up and he's like, "Hey, Mark, how's it going? Who are you?" And starts talking to her, and he's like, "Hey, do you want if I talk to her for a little bit?" And I was like, "Sure, go ahead." And then like about halfway through the party, he's like, "Hey, I think we're gonna leave. Do you mind if we leave together?" Yeah.
What a dick move.
But
Yeah.
also kind of on her to just like leave with some other dude.
Oh yeah, I don't hold him
Yeah,
entirely
kinda
responsible, but he is the
Yeah.
driving force of it because he was already my nemesis.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So it just made it so
Yeah.
much worse.
Just insult to injury, right?
And what did you learn from this experience?
Nothing. Don't take a date to see the show that I was bitter about not getting a part in, and then take him to the cast.
Yeah, I feel like that is what led this episode of television to occur in front of you.
Yes.
Because like,
That was the inciting incident.
yeah.
That was very rom-com.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You guys want to see a audience art?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
So this is Love is Blind from Audio Gabriel.
Whoa.
Whoa. Are they gonna like
Butt to butt.
do 10 paces and turn and shoot?
I think so.
Yeah. Yeah, they're gonna.
Are they dry accelerating?
They're mummies.
I had
that's
put
cool.
I had put dry acceleration onto the color wheel of compromise. I'm kind of disappointed
Oh, good.
it didn't land on.
Nice.
I saw it when it passed. I was like, ah.
I wish I could have read more of those little wheels.
One of them was
There were a
Bride of
few.
Chucky.
There was
right?
Benjamin
Nice.
Button was in there.
Yeah.
I saw Cupid in big letters. That was the only one I could read.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
I can't read big words.
the
love
heart
it.
in this image looks like there's this like art piece in Woodstock that's like this like fun like kind of like off kilter red heart that people take pictures in front of. That's what first came to mind when I saw this image.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
But also butt sex.
Butt
Yeah,
to
the
butt.
butt to butt with the kissing and the. It's very it's a little Demolition Man in the way that they would have virtual sex.
Is that what you call this? Yeah.
Yeah. Sylvester Stallone trying to pretend to have virtual sex is one of the best of the 90s, and he's just like.
They're playing
Sorry,
Marco
guys.
Polo.
Sorry, children.
I just remembered that I took a date to go see Up, and I didn't realize the first 10 minutes were like the saddest shit that I've ever seen.
Oh yeah.
And it was also in 3D, so we were these stupid idiots wearing these dumbass glasses.
They did Up in 3D.
Yeah, it was up in 3D, and so
Oh.
you just watch this like guy win the dead wife lottery the first 10 minutes, and then the rest, just crying our eyes out. I thought it was gonna be like cool, like Toy Story. I thought there was gonna be like a talking potato head or something. I like that. That's really good.
Right? Yeah,
Yeah.
thanks for sending that in, Audio Games.
Yeah. Is that the only one we got?
The only one we got.
Oh,
Alright.
okay. Well, that's
We
then
will
that's the
cherish
audience.
this.
Nice.
Yeah, baby.
Maybe now is a good time for me to share my Anne Burrell anecdote.
Okay,
Oh,
go for
Yeah.
color us interested.
I was her like stand-in or whatever for the worst chefs in America
it. Yeah.
on like on set, the day before or whatever.
Mhm.
And they had me put on her jacket, so I had on her like official like
Oh, wow.
cooking or the whites, right? They call it
Right.
chef whites. And they just had me like at one point they brought a piece of paper like printer paper and put it behind my head, like standing up like probably
Make
about
it look like her
Little
hair.
cocktail hair.
yeah,
Oh.
to like cover to get the light right on her head.
Oh my god,
Yeah, that was it really. I didn't
that's pretty awesome.
I just stood around.
That's
Just stood
cool.
around because I was her height.
What was the story of you were Guy Fieri stand-in for when he opened his restaurant in Times Square?
Oh yeah. That was I had my Oakleys on backwards and another pair on correctly.
And the piece of printer paper over
Yeah.
your head.
And a piece of printer paper. And I shagged it up, I had some scissors, so I added that detail.
Do you think that Guy Fieri wears glasses on the back of his head just because he doesn't want anyone to see like the separate face?
second-
Yeah.
Oh my god, the second face of Guy Fieri is like my new movie.
Yeah,
Guy Fieri.
yeah. It's like Malignant. Or
Yeah.
Dude,
Or it's maybe it's just like another mouth back there for burgers, so he
Oh,
can
yeah.
just like
that's why. I mean,
Don't-
that's a great setup because he's been putting his sunglasses behind there for so long. Like this
Yeah.
is
Mhm.
why. It's to
Yeah.
protect the mouth.
protect the second mouth of Guy Fieri.
Yeah.
How many mouths does he
And
have?
Love is Blind.
8.
This guy-
8.
He's got one on his stomach like that Ghostbusters mailman.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Dumps all the trash in there. Yeah.
Yeah.
There was a picture of Martha Stewart posted of him at the Super Bowl. I don't know. If you guys-
Yes.
she's holding her phone, and she's like leaning over and taking a
Yeah.
picture with him. But on her phone is a picture of like a Google site of Guy Fieri. Like she had to look him
Is that
up.
true?
She didn't. I mean, as far as I can tell, I don't know. It was pointed out by someone on Twitter, and I found that really, really funny.
Who is this human animal?
Yeah, I know. I recognize him. I can't remember his name, and people keep saying Guy, and I don't
Why
know.
why does he look like a Mountain Dew commercial come to life?
Talk about Code Red.
I've had so many caffeinated drinks right now that like when I think about Guy Fieri, I get thirsty.
Yeah.
In the last like few days, like I just crave a brisk or a or just like
gotta go to Flavortown,
a
man.
Code Red.
He
Or
he is a
are you
Monster
getting-
Energy drink personified. He's
Yeah.
amp
yeah.
personified.
Yeah.
Yeah, amp,
Oh, he is
definitely.
amp.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, it's somebody said a Guy Fieri is like if someone was drinking a Red Bull when they stuck their fingers in a light socket.
Yeah.
That's so
So-
perfect.
Yeah.
30 seconds, artists. 30 seconds.
Do you remember the drinks that were like they weren't soda, they could be carbonated, but it was like different colors and they had like different signs on the bottle, like
Like Jones soda?
it wasn't soda, it was like there was
Tom's.
a carrot one, there was like
Was
a
it No, yeah, it was Jones. Yeah, Jones. And you can
Jones.
send in.
No.
Yeah, you sent in photos.
Mm-hmm.
no,
And they were
it
all
was,
weird.
Time's
flavors.
up. Art
It was like-
supplies
it
down.
wasn't soda, it was like Snapple's wild cousin that came to stay for a summer. There's a tall bottle.
Well, Phil, you're gonna have to look this up.
Weird
I'm doing
juice?
it right now.
Weird juice.
Weird juice.
Weird.
No.
In the meantime, everyone send your pieces of art to fartsmackdown@gmail.com. That's fartsmackdown with an F.
Fuck you.
Are you thinking of
Why?
Phil?
No, like
You know Jacosta?
Heart.
oh, I found it.
Jones?
Uh,
Is it Jones?
No, it was Snapple agave
We've all said
cactus.
Jones.
What is it called?
What?
It was Snapple. It was a Snapple agave cactus was one of them.
Apple rain?
Agave.
Yeah,
oh,
rain.
okay.
And then there
Oh,
was
I do
like
remember
fire, and then there was
They had
like
the weird blizzards on them. Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm looking at it
All
right
the
now.
elements.
Yes, it
There's
was
Jones.
Jones. It
But
was
yeah, they're all
Jones.
named after the kids from the planet, Captain Planet.
Mhm.
Earth, rain, fire, sun,
Why
heart.
did you drink
Heart.
a fire beverage?
Well,
We didn't know
but-
what heartburn was yet.
Cinnamon.
That's true. We
Oh,
didn't
man.
know.
Now I know it so intimately.
Oh god, we're good.
It looks like
fruit.
it's
We're not
dragon
ready for it.
fruit.
Dragon fruit.
Dragon fruit.
Fire.
We're
okay.
dragon fruit.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, I do remember liking this though. I do remember liking
Yeah.
this.
You know, I was into the orbits. Do you remember those with had the little like bits that floated in them?
Orbits.
Orbits.
Oh.
Orbits. I'm gonna look.
With a Z,
I'm weird
obviously.
about things floating in my drinks that don't make sense. To me. Like bubble tea, I can't get behind.
Mm.
well,
Yeah.
wait, are you? Because that's what is that? That's matcha at the bottom.
No,
It's
that's
Mochi?
tapioca, right?
Mochi?
boba.
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 Tapioca.
So
Fat.
are you supposed to
Yeah, the
tapioca? So you're not. So are you supposed to eat those?
I think
Yeah.
so, but like, I
Yeah.
think also the straw is big enough where you just suck it straight
just-
in
Yeah.
to
It
your
just
gullet.
Choke on it.
Yeah, it's all very disconcerting to me. None of it is appetizing to me.
I definitely almost choked to death a couple times.
I don't like it.
But that's what's exciting, and I get it, and I get
Yeah.
that that's part of the
Yeah, it's
appeal.
kind of like
You like to drink-
autoerotic asphyxiation. It's exciting. You might choke on.
Yeah.
You also might enjoy a nice caffeinated sweet beverage.
God willing.
Or
Well, see,
neither. Or
the
neither.
There, Sketches says Mark's not a fan of swamp.
Oh shit! Sorry.
Eric Sketches dropping bombs all night in silence.
Mark's not a fan of
And you know
swamp.
what? I think that's who we'll come to first.
Oh,
Yeah, bring her in after that for sure.
We're gonna bring her in.
You don't
Kara,
be
come on
premature
down.
on this film.
Sorry.
Hello, Kara Sketches.
Hello. So the pitch was, what was the pitch again? Bad date night.
Blood on a
Bad
Bad
blood on
Blood
a
on a
date.
date. Oh damn!
She's
Look
on
at this.
Ziggy
That's
Stardust.
Oh, are they drinking blood?
Who knows? Yeah, they could be. If she's not happy about it, and they're having
my
an
God.
argument. It's bad.
That's the date.
Here's
I've been
the-
on that date where you're just like, oh my God, will he stop talking?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's that date.
When will David
Yeah.
Bowie stop fucking talking?
When?
David
Why
Bowie
is
came
Bowie
back.
so nervous?
All he's doing is talking about NFTs. Trying to explain. It's an non-fungible token.
Unfungible token. She's like,
If you
can I
s-
get
if you
more
said-
wine?
I think the blood is in the cups and it's gone bad.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, blood can do that. It does it often.
It
curdles.
It curdles. Yeah. Yeah. That's why you gotta like spin it. That's why vampires, they're always like, they have their cup. They're always like,
Doing that thing.
They
Swirling
do.
it?
They get their
Doing the
cup and
thing.
they swirl it.
yeah, because it'll curdle, and then it's pudding.
There you go.
Mhm.
Delicious.
I mean,
It's too empty.
they'll still consume it.
It's very empty.
Yeah.
Can vamp-
What?
I was gonna say, can vampires smell?
I'm
What?
sure they could.
I don't know.
But I
I know.
think-
That's why I stopped myself because I was like, I probably think
But
they can.
I think they smell. They're looking for different things. So it's like it's
Yeah.
a fundamentally different experience.
Aren't they
Um,
also supposed to have super senses?
Because of
Probably.
like,
Yeah, they're like stats, right?
They only
Probably
smell
don't
iron.
smell like what year you were born. It's the vintage.
Kara, I love the Ziggy mullet.
Thank
I
you.
think it's an
Really great.
excellent
Kinda-
depiction.
I had the composition kind of already figured out, but I hadn't drawn the dude yet. So I was like, oh, I'll just make him Ziggy Stardust.
Perfect.
Nice.
And you know he's saying, just dance. Put on your red shoes and dance the blues.
She's so embarrassed.
Yeah, it's just
Like-
like, don't. It's supposed to be
I
a
just-
quiet evening.
I came here to
Told you I
talk.
have a
We have
headache.
to talk, David. So- but let's dance.
Let's date.
I've told you, modern love, never gonna fall for.
Never gonna.
Makes me farty. I party.
David Bowie's silly.
Sure.
Looks like she. I don't want to make any more jokes about this. I really, I really like this. I
know,
love
there's
the
more
woman.
Ziggy.
She's so resigned. She kind of looks like a Pixar character.
Yeah.
A little bit.
She might be asleep.
Could be. Could be. I know that position.
Is that how Nick Correa?
Wake up, Phil. Wake up.
Ah, ah, ah.
I actually love that everyone assumed that it was David Bowie, whereas in my mind, it was a guy who's a really big David Bowie fan, which is like worse.
Oh, that's even worse.
Especially
Yeah.
if you didn't expect that.
You're just like, oh, you're a big Bowie fan.
Oh, see, I thought it
Yeah.
was Paula Poundstone first.
Ryan Osmosis says, "You could be my girl with the mousy hair," and great,
Love
great
it.
cut.
Love
Yeah.
it.
Life on Mars. Yeah, that's true. He could also be explaining to her that she says let's dance, and he's like, actually, this is my Ziggy Stardust phase.
Mhm.
I wouldn't know about that because I haven't even gone to Berlin. And then she falls asleep.
Oh no, look, you're doing it right now, Phil.
Oh no! Just, I mean, there's many stories you could tell with this. It looks like a great album cover too. Bad Blood, Bad Date.
It does.
It's great
I love
stuff.
it.
Thank you, Kara.
She just told him that she's sleeping with Stevie Ray Vaughan. Audio Gabriel. Nice cut.
Good,
Fine.
good stuff. Josh, Liz, you got any more questions, comments, concerns, or anything that you'd like to offer, say, to Kara?
I love it. I think it's really good.
Really like it.
Yeah, I'm very immersed in this, what the story of this is, like what conversation are
But
they
you know it
having?
immediately. Like I know exactly what the story is.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It's like she was not expecting this man to show up dressed like this on their day.
Yeah. Whether or not it's David Bowie or a David Bowie impersonator.
Yeah.
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 And it's a Monday night, and she's like, I'm gonna have to. This is gonna be my week. This is
Yeah.
gonna start.
Yeah, I had to get a babysitter for this.
Yeah.
For myself. I don't even have children.
And
the
all
kids-
we're getting is wine. We're not even gonna get food.
Yeah.
The
No,
date
you
it
can
like
get food.
started out this way.
Yeah. You can get food, you just have to pay for it yourself.
Yeah, I got tickets to a show later, but not one for just me.
Not one for you, it's just
Not invited.
Just
There's no room for a wallet in these pants.
That's really cool. Kara, this is amazing. I love it.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Kara. We're gonna send you back into the ether and call up our challenger, but we'll see you back at in a moment. Thanks. All right, Asher Rogers, calling him up to the plank.
To the
plank. It's not really a plank.
Yar.
Yarr.
Plank me.
No, thank you.
How did
Alright.
it feel your
I don't
first?
smoke.
Whoa.
How did it feel your first masterpiece challenge?
Yeah, dude.
It was just like the first one. It went way quicker than I thought, and I did not get to do what I wanted to do.
Mm-hmm.
But it was fun. It's a good way to cut through time, I guess, is try to draw.
Yeah. This is nuts.
Draw or do not.
Oh my god, I love it.
Oh wow.
I wanted to paint it, but I didn't. It was like you were like 30 seconds left, and I was like, "What? I haven't even started pull out the paint."
It's
This
dope.
is great.
Great color.
Great.
Yeah.
I love the
So,
Asher,
perspective.
like, is this like a warthog? Or is it Puma?
Yes, it's either like I'm not sure if it's pre or post what would cause the bad blood, but it's like either someone that's going to create a scenario or someone is apologizing for the one they did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Okay.
I love the asymmetry of the eyes.
Yeah, he's not a
Really.
pretty, not a
It's
pretty,
really cool.
not a pretty man.
I love the scraggly
Yeah.
hair.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've come to take Cindy to prom.
Like the
And the-
posture is, yeah.
Yeah, it
I
really.
like the perspective on it. Like you're
Yeah.
looking down, like, I don't know. Maybe I'm not used to looking down on anything because I am so short, but
No, it's because you're on your doorstep, and he's down down the
Yeah.
stairs a little bit, right? He's rung the doorbell, and
Oh, I
you're
see.
he's like
yeah,
He's very, he seems
coming with
very,
his little head bowed. He's
yeah. Like
Shame. He's coming with some shame.
he's like, I got this from your neighbor's garden.
Yeah.
But he is already wearing a condom. He's
He's ready for anything, really.
He happily volunteers that information.
Don't
You
worry,
know I'm
sir.
like-
I'm already wearing the condom.
Don't worry. I play it safe.
A condom. Put on a condom with these hooves.
A condom matata.
Condom.
Thank you.
Mark.
Take the bow. Take the bow for that.
Thank you.
I love it.
He also, I think his day job is like a bodyguard for a tiger character, a tiger king character or something.
Tiger King. Well, it's like what was it, Madagascar? That Madagascar movie? You
Oh,
know
yeah.
how they all like if this character was in Madagascar, who would voice this character?
oh, in Madagascar specifically because
I
I've
think
not
so.
seen
Well,
Madagascar.
no, because I'm just saying use your
Right.
imagination.
My imagination.
Because Ben Stiller.
Pixar
and-
sells this. Who's the
Either
lead?
Seth Rogen or Richard Kind. I don't know.
Richard Pride is what I was kind of leaning.
He's always
toward.
my default pick
Okay.
for anything. I'm
Yeah.
already wearing a condom, please. It's okay.
Leave me alone.
Schwartz and Merch says Ron Perlman.
Oh, yeah. When I hear that,
That's what I was thinking, like a bruiser kind of really.
Yeah.
deep
Yeah.
voice.
Mm.
Like a very sensitive bruiser.
Oh yeah, like yeah. Oh,
Ron
like
Perlman.
Trying,
putty?
he's trying to get out there. His mom's giving him a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
You know what's so funny about Ron Perlman? He's in Don't Look Up, playing the part that I feel like probably would have been Will Ferrell if they
Oh, really?
Oh,
if they liked each other anymore. But
Eh.
yeah, I believe it. Him, Will Ferrell, and Tom Waits, they all are the same brothers from the same mother.
Yeah, I think that they should be in a movie together for sure.
All of them, the three of them. Yeah.
I do-
Audio Gabriel would
yeah.
cast. Yeah.
No, yeah.
It's the suit, right? I think it's the suit.
Phil and I just collided.
Yeah. Ooh.
Oh,
I felt
oh,
that one.
Gibble Gufford.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
But it's like I feel like this is like it's something that can kind of inspire a little bit of hope, because then you could see that and be like, oh my god, this guy's going on a date and he's really like psyched about it.
It's you can't tell what his expression is, where it's like a little sinister, but he did bring a flower.
Yeah.
He did. Asher, have you ever had a bad date?
oh yeah, of course. Well, have I ever been on a date? I think I've never even been on a date. I don't know. I've had I don't know. I mean, I've been a bartender for years, so I've had weird encounters with people. We'll say that. Psychos. You meet a lot of psychos when you bartend. So,
Yeah, that's true.
I've had some fun. I don't know.
Yeah.
You had
We
to
think of
save
that.
any? Have you had to save any bad dates?
Yeah,
Oh,
bounce
no.
them out.
That's not true. I just remembered. I did not recently, like a year or two ago. I did have a date, and it was a person whom was like, I don't know. I couldn't tell what was going on, but it was a second date. The first date was really awkward, but she was adamant that we didn't hang again. I was like, okay. She kind of like looked down and like didn't really talk to or like reply much. And I was like, this is weird. And then when the second date, and the same thing where it was like almost getting zero replies. And I was like, okay, I said like, this is weird. So like, we can just go, like, this is totally fine. And she was like, no. And she wouldn't let me leave. So I had to she's like, I still have this drink and we're just going to stay. And I was like, okay. So I was like hostage with someone who wouldn't reply to me. And I was like, now I feel scared. But
Wow.
that's one of the dates I remember in my life. And it was recent.
Oh boy. Is
Wins
she-
the
What do you
wedding.
guys think? Wait, what do you guys think was going on with this person?
Probably
I think it was somebody who was trying to. I think it was somebody who was just like, I'm gonna go out on a date and I'm going to go and be social. I don't care if it goes well. I'm just gonna go out. I think that's what it was.
Just to do it.
She was
Yeah.
afraid.
She
Or
was afraid.
maybe her apartment was being sprayed for bugs, and she had to be out of the house for like
Yeah,
3
3
hours.
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
And so she was like, well, I can't go home.
Call
Yeah.
Asher.
Could be.
Yeah.
I guess
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Yeah. No idea why she'd only give you like no replies for
Right.
questions.
But when
That's
you're,
what
when you're in an awkward scenario and someone says like, yo, let's bounce, like we can end this, and you don't take that, that's weird to me.
Yeah. When it's like
Yeah.
clear
Yeah.
that like it's just not going down.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
Like I'm doing us both a favor
Give
here.
them out.
Easy out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely get nervous sometimes, depending on the person. So like sometimes
Yeah.
I'm not as talkative as I normally am. But
Yeah, that's what I thought. The first date, I was like, maybe it's just weird, and the second date will be different. But it was like almost more. It was strange.
Sometimes first dates
Using
can
their
just be a
head.
wash. I always think when we
Yeah.
have to go to a date.
yeah, it's
I
best
mean,
to
it's
go to
just-
something loud
Yeah.
on a first date.
Dating
Like
is
an
such a concept, right? Like you're gonna have to open up to somebody you don't know who may or may not be a serial killer, especially if they're like a straight white dude with brown hair and brown eyes, and like talk about their mother or something. And you don't know, like you gotta reach an accord of comfort with the person. It's just true. It's just fucking who wants to do it?
Yeah. Who
Mhm.
wants love?
Spicy
Who?
food on a first date. That's an experience, as Kara sketches. We're
You know what? I forgot to ask you.
gonna come back
When we-
to that one.
Yeah, we're gonna ask you about this, and we're gonna talk about it.
We're gonna get into
We're
it.
doing it. We're gonna get into it.
All right.
Asher, thank you for the art. This for your first piece.
Yeah.
on our SmackDown. I love it. I think it's great.
For any piece.
So much.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, we will bring you.
Yeah.
We're gonna take it back out, but we'll bring you back in after
Yes.
Lazy Swan.
Sounds good.
And speaking of Lazy Swan, have you had a moment to drink some caffeine and collect yourself? I know I have.
Mhm.
I have not.
Oh, whoa!
This
Oh,
is wow.
the
I am mesmerized by the background, and then when I come back into the foreground,
Yeah.
this is phenomenal. What? Break it down
Is it
for us. What's
moving?
going
No.
on?
Okay. Oh, it's not moving?
Oh no,
It
it
is.
is.
Oh, no,
it's
it
moving.
is.
I'm mesmerized. By
Sorry,
it.
my thing's behind. Okay, so these two were going to go on a date, and she thought it was dress up like the 80s theme, and he dress up like the 70s. And she's the kind of girl that will stab you with a fork in your leg if she's not happy. And it's going to be a bloodbath.
This is the classic 70s, 80s miscommunication date. I've been there.
Absolutely.
I love the colors on this and the matching.
Yeah,
but also-
her makeup's she's pretty bad, but as soon as I did see Stardust, because I love Bowie, I was just like, oh, okay, I'm going to go with the colors and use them and grab that blood filter.
yeah, and I appreciate that you're able to get the focal point right at the flowers, so it looks like they're both kind of in the Willy Wonka tunnel, somewhat.
Yeah,
They're
so
circling.
bad.
Yeah. Yes.
It's going to go down. You think shit is going down. And that's why he is so dejected, because he knows what's coming. He's like, this isn't good. This is
Or
bad.
David
boy.
Bowie.
Yeah, this is a horror movie.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ah.
So,
But they're both
So-
fabulous. Like they're actually probably meant for each other. They just can't get on board with each other's eras.
yeah,
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah,
I think
they are.
so.
I mean, 70s, 80s.
It's a style.
my
splash.
kids, yeah, like my kids are really into the 60s, especially my eldest. And I don't like the 60s. So it's they always go, oh mom, this, and I'm like,
What do you think the appeal is to the 60s for them?
Yeah.
I think they love it's the music for them. Like
Yeah.
they started loving the Beatles when they were little, and then they're like the Kinks and lots of other people that I'm not really into. It might be for me because I was born in the 70s that the 60s had just been. I don't know. I just and there was still all the leftovers of like, you know, the green and the orange and all that shit. But then I would have loved to have lived in the Brady Bunch house. So
Yeah.
that started in the 60s. That
Yeah.
they had
All
orange.
that mid-century.
Yeah.
The mid-century
really-
modern, really.
Mm,
It really
which
paved
I
the way.
love that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like I really love the mid-century modern sort of vibe. We've got a bit of that, but yeah, they're really into that London Carnaby Street kind of thing.
Oh,
And,
gotcha.
yeah. But I love David Bowie.
Yeah.
Such
Yeah.
an awesome person.
So-
They're just so talented. Did you guys have the exhibition in New York?
Yeah.
That came
We did,
from
right?
the
Yeah.
V&A?
Yeah, in the Brooklyn
Yeah.
Museum.
God, that was so good.
It was incredible.
So-
And they also had like a limited edition Metro cards.
Metro cards, that's
Mhm.
right.
Oh, really? Oh, God, that would have been so
Scrambled for
good.
Cards.
Yeah.
It's great. Yeah, I even did like a little girl's dress up once that had the lightning bolt, but I did it.
Oh, cool.
But yeah. But yeah, that's it. That's all there is to say. about
Well, I mean, it's kind of is really good because it encapsulates bad dates in general, because you always feel like you're from different
Mm.
eras or times.
Like, you're not,
somewhere
like,
that you're not cross.
meeting.
Yeah.
meeting.
It's a great way to put
That
it.
is true.
Like trying to reach an
Yeah.
accord with somebody who doesn't speak your language or is from your era or place of being.
Yeah.
Like it's and then
yeah,
the-
it's true.
Really
Yeah.
quick,
Might be more-
folks in the chat, there is a poll in the chat for who you think should win Best Artist in the World. So don't forget to vote. You got a couple minutes left. Your vote will matter, and we'll go towards who the best artist in the world is going to be. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh
continue.
boy.
I do
No, I was-
remember going on a date where he like his favorite thing. I asked him what his favorite thing
Yes.
was, and he said weather.
What? No.
No.
I think he must come. Oh my
So
god.
then we talked about
That's-
the weather for the entire.
Is he,
Honestly?
was he like a meteorologist or just
Nope.
really into weather?
That was
My
just all
whole-
he came up with for what he's
Oh
into.
my god.
Would-
My
did-
whole
What is
family's
the weather?
my whole family runs everything via the weather. I don't, but it's always like too hot, too cold, too windy, too this, too that. And it's just like, fuck, we just gotta do it. Like, just who gives a shit? So
Yeah.
now whenever I plan stuff with them, I'm like, doesn't matter what the weather's gonna be, we're going to do it. So but yeah.
No, like this guy
Oh.
watched the Weather Channel for entertainment.
Oh no.
No.
Nightmare.
Well, as someone whose wife works for the Weather Channel, there are some weather
Oh.
fanatics out
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, I
Um,
love weather, but it's not.
Yeah, but no.
You know, it's
That,
not a
like-
personality trait. Yeah.
But like, Slaney, what if you went on on a date with the train kid, like the guy who's real excited about trains? Like,
Mm.
Oh
I mean,
right.
it's not weather though.
No, that's an interest.
That's a normal person.
Yeah, that's an
Yeah.
interest. That's a hobby.
Yeah. Yeah, my son's girlfriend she loves the trains. I bought her like an old ticket from the 70s and framed it for Christmas, and she nearly started crying.
Oh,
Like, okay.
Oh,
cute.
maybe.
Oh, I bet you give such great gifts.
Oh yeah.
I try. I
Okay.
always say to my kids, the two things I can promise them is good presents and good seats if we go to see something. Because I hate cheap seats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's worth the
Right.
money. Yeah.
Go ahead, Mark. What were you saying?
Oh, I was just saying, Kara Sketches says in the chat, the Weather Channel is my personality. Um, how do you feel about bringing the other two artists back in and
Let's bring them all back in. Yeah.
You have to pick someone. Oh.
We're gonna have to, yeah.
So, oh yeah.
Yeah,
so
you gotta-
Like a tornado. Kara sketches.
So Liz, Liz and Josh, each of you will have your own vote, and then the third vote will be the audience voting.
Okay.
Yes. Also, Kara, explain. Well, actually, no. Shit, Lazy Swan. What's a bad date that you've been on?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so I was thinking about I've been with my husband for 32 years, so I really have. I was only like 19 when we started going out, so I've never really dated, but I did once go out to dinner with him and like one of our like closest friends, and we were at a very fancy restaurant, but on a communal table and on stools, and I started to pass out, and I had to get off my stool and lie down in like the pass, like when when you serve, like, and I had to literally lie on the whole ground. And yeah, then I was very unwell, and then I had to go out, and I went to the toilet, and then I went and lay out in the car.
Wait, so
Yeah.
so the date was that the end of the date, or were you just kind of like, no, let's
No,
keep
my husband and our friend, they stayed and kept having dinner. I insisted.
Okay.
I don't know. Look,
That one-
I
Yeah.
had to lay down anyway. Otherwise, I was going to shit my pants. So I think that's what it was, like, essentially. Like, when things start going down and you're like, oh, man, this is going bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In a way,
Yeah.
you saved the date.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hey.
really,
Yeah.
I did.
All right. So yeah, it looks like we've got all the art up on the stream.
Yeah.
What are you guys
Uh,
thinking? You want to talk through it at all? Your each piece, or have any questions, or
Wait, us?
Yeah.
We have
Yeah.
to vote. We gotta make choices.
Well, we don't have to share the same vote, though,
No.
right?
That's true. That's
No.
exactly. You guys have your own votes.
Yeah. Okay.
I also want to turn the microphone off and like fight about it, but I don't.
No. We'll do that later.
Yeah.
I mean, I personally, every single app, I'm always impressed to the max, like with the stuff that people bring to this show every single time. I think I've done this show at least 2 or 3 times now, and every single time I'm like just mystified by everything that's been submitted because it's amazingly good. And so I always say, like, and the materials that they use is always like so impressive as well. I mean, Lazy Swan, I love the flowing down of the drain of the very last piece that you did. I think that's like one of the strongest pieces of this whole thing. But also Asher with the warthog, I don't know. There's just like some it gets in my heartstrings. Like it's like a little, you know, like I want this guy to succeed.
Yeah.
I want this guy to get laid. And then
At
Kara,
the very least.
at the very least. And then yeah,
Maybe not
of course,
love, but definitely laid.
Yeah.
definitely. And then of course we got to throw Bowie in there. Like, how can you be mad if Bowie's involved in something?
Right.
So
Exactly.
yeah,
Or it may not be Bowie. It may be a cosplayer.
could be.
Yes.
Who knows? Who knows?
Who knows?
Wait, do you have a vote at the end of that? You just did
my
such a
okay,
great, like,
okay.
Miss America.
So my vote is
Okay.
Asher.
Okay.
I would say Asher.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
Like the chick.
I know.
Right.
Well, I don't have such a like beautiful language. I just really, this was cool. I have no artistic like eye for this kind of stuff at all. And I forgot that a part of judging this show meant I had to make a decision instead of just being like, wow, look at all the art.
Well, you have to make a decision now.
I know. I'm gonna go with Kara because I like there's a whole story there and I can see all of it in this like one little comic frame, and I don't know, I really like all of them, but that's my pick.
So this is interesting because the audience came up with the audience vote was by a hair, Lazy Swan, which means there's a 3-way tie.
We've now all picked different.
Wow.
See, everyone was good.
Which means that
Everyone was good.
Which means that now
Yeah, this was
it
a
gets
dope
kicked
week.
up to me, Phil, and Slaney.
No.
What
no.
if you each vote for somebody?
Yep. Well, that's what they have to do.
Oh my
Can
gosh.
we?
No, but what
All
if
right.
we do 2 and
Oh,
2?
that's true. That's true.
Yeah, what if you guys have to
Think it's a
decide
good
together?
Oh my god.
Maybe you
We're
guys
We're
have
gonna wake
Uh,
Jack up. We're gonna make him vote.
We wake him up. We'll text Micah. See what he's thinking.
Wake up the baby.
Oh God. All right.
You
I
Ross
have
Fries?
to. I have to ask a question. Kara, what's your bad date? We got there.
Well, my internet connection is apparently unstable, so hopefully I can finish the story.
Spectrum!
I actually haven't had any like really, really bad dates, but I have had like panic attacks at restaurants with my boyfriend, like, and that's not fun. That's just embarrassing because then like, and obviously he's not like crying. So then the server comes over and then they look at him like, what a jerk. What's his problem?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So that's not great. But I've also overheard like really bad dates where the guy is just like talking and talking and talking, and you can tell the girl's like not really into it, and that's kind of where the inspiration for this came in.
Yeah. Because I've been that guy before too. Before I learned the idea of listening. Villain.
So I have mine. I can go first.
Okay. Go.
Okay. So for me, I mean, I agree with everything Josh said. Wow, Josh disappeared.
Our batteries are low. He's fixing it.
Got it. I agree with everything he said. Like as far as like the stories and like the what was really like incredible about each piece. For me, I think the like. There's something about that like mesmerizing background, the like blood swirling around these two that feels it just adds a whole other layer to the story, like of like I don't know if it's like omniscient or premonition of like what's to come of their evening, but I want to know more. I want to know more about about those two. Lazy Swan is my vote.
Okay. Slaney, what are you thinking?
I think it's between Lazy Swan and Kara Sketches for me. I think that the idea of the Ziggy Stardust in Kara Sketches is fun because of it being like I just like the look of the fan, if you will, maybe, or it could be Bowie or Ziggy, you know. I think I like Bad Blood, Bad Date.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Okay. So how many votes does everybody have now? Where are we at?
I mean, at this point, it's I
Is
guess
it still split?
well, it's each one has. So right now, Kara Sketches and Lazy Swan have 2 votes each if we include the chat as a single vote. So the only one that does not have 2 votes yet is Asher's. Asher has 1.
Well, what if he did? What if I voted for Asher?
If you voted for Asher,
It's what I said. What do we do?
It's a draw.
Everyone comes back.
But he has to come back next
Yeah.
Monday.
I
It's
mean,
a threesome.
well, then we'd have to have the audience, another audience champion, so it'd be 4. 4 people come back next week,
Okay, I'll save
That
you.
ruined this
which is
show.
fine.
You know what? In the interest of chaos, I'm gonna have to. I'm going to vote for Asher. I'm putting mine behind Asher.
Oh my gosh.
All right.
We
It's a
did it.
three-way tie.
Can
Let's-
all
fucking-
can all 3 of you come back next Monday?
Mhm.
I think I would next Monday, but I'll see.
Whoa.
Okay. Well,
Oh my god,
Look
so
at
much
the
love.
kids.
Everybody wins.
We broke our Smackdown by loving everything. That's like the best way you could end a Valentine's Day episode, though, right?
True.
it really
Yeah.
is.
So true.
It is. It's a big old orgy.
So much
Big
love.
old-
It's something from the universe telling us that it's
Yeah.
meant to be
I
this way.
really love that this is how it turned out.
Yes.
All right.
So we'll push
Do we
back.
have
a little.
audience submissions? Because maybe it will take care of itself.
So we do have
Maybe.
3. What? So
Oh, okay.
We'd have 3 audience submissions.
Okay.
Yay! I love that.
Here they come. All right. So
It's
first
a
one
draw.
is Ryan Osmosis.
Okay. So this one we have to pick.
No. Well, this.
Yes,
This.
But
this,
off screen.
This you could pick
Oh.
off screen. Ryan Osmosis.
Yeah.
There's no caption to it. Just-
Oh, you're into
Choose
music?
yourself.
Taylor Swift wrote a song about me.
Bye.
Bye.
oh my god.
That's hilarious.
Oh wow. This is so good.
It's such a.
Hey, the
it's
same
a
vase.
Great Ziggy outfit. I love that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's a blood bag.
It's kind of unnerving that Ziggy Stardust and Ronald McDonald existed at the same time, right?
Yeah, that's true. You guys, should I take out my Ziggy Stardust wig?
Yeah, why not? Hey, you took out the other hat. Have you put the other hats
Yeah.
away yet? Or is it?
Never.
That
Okay,
blood
I'll
bag in this.
You need
in
to
this
go get
image
like a
is
bunch
so
of
much.
mannequins that you could just have the hats on or busts.
Ryan Osmosis. This is phenomenal.
Yeah, it's
This
really
is
great.
outstanding.
Oh,
This is I love it.
Next up is Audio Gabriel. Oh my god! Another blood bag.
Oh god, this is some weird 80s to the 80s, late 80s, early 90s Bowie artwork. This
He looks
is
like-
like
he
Tin
looks like-
Machine or something.
No, he looks like a California raisin.
I was gonna say a
like-
sweet potato. Yeah.
I love it.
The caption is, "This date got some bad Bowie blood."
Bad blowy blood.
I love
Oh,
it.
because it's a date. It's a date.
Yeah.
Gotcha. I get it.
Okay.
And
Okay.
it's a Bowie date because he's.
Okay.
It's a
Bowie
date.
That's
He's
what-
a date.
I thought that I mentioned California raisins earlier about Lazy
wow.
Swan's heart with the little
That's-
boots and the
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Slaney with the
There we go.
wig.
Nice.
Killer.
Right?
All right, last up we have Schwartz and Merck. Schwartz and Merck, are we rating you this evening? Let us know in the chat. Yeah. So this one has a bit of a description. Sweet. We'll be rating Schwartz and Merck after the show. All right. The insatiable bloodlust that fuels Dracula can only be topped by his search for everlasting love. He found his one true love, his ride or die, the Bert to his Ernie. Upon moving in, he finds out he's been had. Fanny Baggins was no woman, and this date went straight to shit. This bad blood could only have been the work of an intergalactic prankster extraordinaire, Ziggy Stardust.
I love the world in which Ziggy Stardust plays pranks on Dracula. Like, I
When's
want
the movie
that
coming
MCU.
out?
You know? Yeah.
Fanny
What the
Baggins is
hell?
Potato Head. Miss Potato
Yeah.
Head.
Oh man, this is so
The
great.
shithead.
The eyes, the eyes,
I
the
like her
floppy
tiny
hair.
wig. Is that a
Yeah.
tiny
Yeah.
wig?
So cute.
It's a flaming bag of shit.
And then it's just Bowie in the back going.
So
What
okay,
the
so
hell?
if everybody's coming back on Monday, and we have to pick an audience champion, will next week be a fatal four-way?
It'll be a fatal four-way.
Unless we get a challenge.
Wowie, wow.
Wow.
We get a challenge.
Hell in a cell.
Yeah. Gosh, guys, this is getting out of hand.
Guys.
Are we being
Um,
too nice? Where's the smack?
Oh
no,
no.
You
It's
know
Valentine's
what,
love
the,
Day.
I
the
love that
smack's
there's
gonna
drama.
come after next week because there's
Yeah.
too many people
Oh yeah.
there to
Right.
not
You
be
always-
smacking.
Right,
Next
we're
week
on
we're
our
gonna
best
lay the
behavior
smack,
for
and that's a
Valentine's
fact.
Day.
Ain't holding nothing back. Sorry, I totally talked to him.
Hey, shake it down now.
Yeah. we're,
We'll
we'll
friends.
bring
It's
back
been
the
a
smack later, but we got to be on our
Yeah.
best behavior on Valentine's Day.
exactly, and with that we draw this episode to a close.
Yes, indeedy.
Thank you all for coming. Thank you, Bloody Date Night, Josh and Liz. Thank you, Asher
Thank
Rogers.
you.
Thanks for
Thank you for
having
having
us.
us.
Sketches.
Yeah.
Thank you, Lazy Swan. And thank you, Mark, for running the show continuously from Saturday to now.
Oh man.
And thank
And
you,
also-
Slaney, for. Sorry.
Well, I wanted to say just check out Bloody Date Night on where
Yes,
can they find
please.
Bloody Date Night?
Everywhere.
Anywhere, yeah. Spotify, iTunes, yeah. We're
Everywhere you can
everywhere.
find a
Yeah, you can-
podcast.
Yeah.
Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Bloody Date Night, on all those
Yeah.
things.
We're there.
You can find Illegal Alan on YouTube. I just put the link in the chat.
So good.
Yeah, guys, and
Oh,
thank
yeah.
you. Yeah, thank you, Slaney, for writing a 12-hour script for Saturday.
Yes.
It was
It was notes.
huge.
It was an outline and
but-
notes.
Yeah, but without it, we would have been floating
Well, you're welcome.
in space. So we'll all see
We
you
would have
guys
been going.
Yeah.
And one more thank you to everyone in the chat, everyone who dedicated their time and energy to creating art for the fundraiser, people who gave money, donated, people who bid on other pieces of art. Thank you so much for also just for hanging out with us all day on Saturday. That was
Yeah, man.
You guys
Yeah,
are the
that
best
was
chat in the
awesome.
world. So thank
Yeah,
Yeah.
great support. Thanks so much, you guys.
Yeah.
And hey, come back for all this fine art next week with,
Yes.
with new hosts. Who's the host next week?
The guest judge, I believe it is. Kristen Bry. Hold on a second.
Kristen O'Brien?
No. From I don't know. You may not know this Kristen. It's Kristen Bry. She does a. My fucking brain is mulled.
It's all right. We'll find out next
It's
week.
coming out of your eyes.
She does. She has an Instagram account called As Goes Wisconsin, where she does a lot of just like fun, like really funny, kind of informational videos about what's going on, both politically and socio-politically in Wisconsin. Really, really funny comedian, and she is our guest host next week.
Oh hell yeah!
Cool.
Excellent.
Not
Well,
as good.
so
as-
exciting. I can't wait to like promote a three-way draw for next week.
Yeah.
It's gonna be
Yeah.
awesome.
Well, gang, we'll see you Thursday. Casual Thursdays, and we love you very much. And doodles.
Yeah.
Doodles.
Doodles.